What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome to the first Ringside Roundup here on the channel. So what the Ringside Roundup pretty much is, it's literally just your Raw recaps, your SmackDown recaps, or your PLE recaps. That's literally all it is. It's just my, kind of twist to it, how I want to name it, how I want to brand it. So I rebranded it and just called it the Ringside Roundup. So basically what it is, like I said, it's just pretty much a talk show. It's literally just my rebrand of recaps of shows, just kind of putting a twist on it. So basically for each show, it's going to have a different type of layout, which you'll see in a few moments here. And since we are covering Saturday night's main event in this video, it is going to be like a Saturday night's main event themed layout for the Ringside Roundup. But if it's maybe if it's like a WrestleMania, it's going to be rebranded for the WrestleMania. If it's like a maybe like a Royal Rumble, it's going to be rebranded for that. Or maybe like if it's a Raw or SmackDown, it'll be rebranded for all of that. So but yeah, in this video we are covering this SmackDown recap, man. This week's SmackDown recap. But as always, before we get anywhere into any video, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow the socials. You can find the links to those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Do all that, husband and tell me. Let's get you guys started in today's video. And remember, let's talk freaking wrestling. Alright, so we would kick off the show with what was supposed to obviously be a match, but turned out to just be an absolute brawl. So we jumped in to Cody Rhodes, and like I said, what was supposed to be a match, Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. It did not end up turning into a match because Jacob Fatu would make his entrance, he'd get in the ring, but as Cody Rhodes was making his entrance, he would get to about the stairs, I think, of the ring, and then Jacob Fatu would attack him, and then we would see WWE officials come out, try to break it up. This brawl would go on, I don't even know for how long, maybe a good 5 minutes, maybe even longer. I'm really not sure, but it was a pretty long brawl. They would brawl, in the arena. They would go out to the fans. They even at one point made their way up to the concession stands. And one funny moment that I think happened was as they were going up to the concession stands where the fans obviously go, is Cody Rhodes would actually get a fan's water and he'd actually spit it into the face of Fatu. So kind of a bit gross, but a bit funny at the same time, in my opinion. Just like his kind of like one of his resorts to take out Fatu is spit water on him, even though he's the Samoan werewolf. Like, it's like, come on, Cody, what are we doing here? But yeah, I think that was very funny. But overall, man, these guys would just brawl over the entire arena, man. They would go to the concession stand, throw trash cans, just keep brawling everywhere they go. Officials just continue to try to break it up, but they would even get, attacked. It just really doesn't work out well for them, and these guys just keep brawling. Eventually, though, we would get to their final scene, and we would actually see Drew McIntyre come out. So, we have like Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. They're kind of like on top of like a platform, and Drew McIntyre actually comes out and he takes out Fatu, pushes him down onto a table. Then he takes Cody, low blows him, picks him up powerbomb position, throws him down through a table as well. So down goes Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. And then Drew McIntyre stands tall. He gets in the ring and just stares at the hard cam. So what do we take away from this? Well, what I think we take away from this is that Cody Rhodes will not be in this Royal Rumble. I think we get Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble, but I feel like Cody Rhodes will not be in the Rumble, and I feel like we're going to be building a storyline or just building an entire storyline where Cody Rhodes is going to play that role of the guy who, wants to get back his gold, but he can never get to, he can never, even get a shot at it because he has so much in his way. And what does he have in his way? Well, for example, tonight, it's Jacob Fatu, and I feel like that's going to block, Jacob Fatu is going to be the force that blocks him from entering the Royal Rumble, man. So I feel like that's kind of what's going to be happening for Cody Rhodes over the next few months, man. I feel like it's going to be a while before Cody Rhodes gets another title shot, man. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong, but the point is, that's really like my main takeaway from this. What I really, take away from this, I feel like that's a big takeaway and a big possibility of what's to happen with Cody Rhodes in the future. So we'll see what happens, man. Maybe he still will be in the Rumble, but I feel like we're definitely getting a match, Cody Rhodes and Fatu at the Rumble for sure. It's going to be some type of stipulation match too. There's no way it's going to be like a one-on-one normal match after what we saw tonight. Let's be honest. So I think we're definitely getting Fatu and Cody facing each other at the Rumble, but we'll have to wait and see for that to be confirmed, of course. But I think we're also definitely going to get a stipulation to that, and we'll have to wait and see. Overall tonight, man, it was just an absolute brawl. We didn't even get a match. I mean, these men they're going to need a bigger stage to fight on, that being the Royal Rumble. So we'll wait to see what happens, but that's really all you got to know here. All right, now we jumped into an absolute banger of a women's tag match. So we would jump in to Rhea, which that being Rhea Ripley and Io Sky walking in as our women's tag team champions, and they would be defending against against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. This match, absolutely incredible, man. All these women had great chemistry together. Great moves happened in this match. Just everything so freaking clean in this match. Really enjoyed this match. Some of my favorite moments, or at least my favorite moment, included when at one point we would see, I believe it involved Io Sky. So we would see, or no, it was Rhea Ripley. So we would see Roxanne Perez deliver like a Hurricane Rana to Rhea Ripley off the top rope. That would send Rhea rolling, which she would then meet Liv Morgan, who was on the other side on the middle rope, I would believe, or maybe the top, whatever. It depends. Either way, she's on the ropes, and then she would hit, and then Liv would hit Rhea with a code breaker, go for the cover, 1-2, does not win it there, but overall that move right there was definitely my favorite standout. It was the standout of the match in my opinion. That was absolutely incredible. Great chemistry between all those women, but for sure of the team of Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. Just a great move. Really good stuff there. We also saw some great stuff from Io Sky, with her moonsaults and just overall great in-ring ability. She really moved around the ring really well tonight. So did Rhea. All these women really did, man. We would also get to a point where we would see Raquel try to come out and help. We would see, I believe it would be Io going for the cover, 1-2, but would not get the win there because Raquel Rodriguez would trip Rhea, who was standing over Io on the pin, which would then cause Rhea to land on the ref. That knocks out the ref, and then they don't win there. But then we would see Raquel Rodriguez deliver a powerbomb to Io Sky on the outside, which would then allow Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer would come out, take out Raquel, get rid of her. That's the last we would see of both Raquel and Stephanie. And then finally we would get to a point where Liv Morgan is waiting for the tag of Roxanne. She really wants that tag. Then she gets in. She thinks it's over. She's going up to Io, delivers the Oblivion, but does not realize that Rhea in that process made the tag to Io, made the tag on Io. So now Rhea Ripley is the legal woman. But then Liv doesn't realize that. She hits the Oblivion, but then Rhea comes in, hits her with a boot, delivers the Riptide. 1, 2, 3. Match is over, and still your women's tag team champions, that being Rio, man. So great match tonight. Really love this. I'm glad. I'm really glad for this change of a match, at least for who Rio is facing, because usually they're pretty much facing Kabuki Warriors, and I think them tonight facing Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan was great. I think that was an awesome thing to do. Really enjoyed this match, man. Great stuff. I would love to see this match ran back. This was a really good match. Really freaking enjoyed it, man. This match absolutely freaking amazing in my opinion. Could possibly be the show stealer. We'll have to wait and see, but definitely really good stuff here. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really think I would like this match, but I actually really did. So overall, great stuff here, man. Really not much bad I can say here, and overall, really love this match, man. And moving forward, we would now jump in to AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in what would be an amazing back and forth, great technical match overall, man. These men left it all in the frickin' ring, man. This was a very awesome match, man. Will say, like I said, very technical. So what I mean by technical, or my definition of more technical, is it was more of a just down to the mat, type of match. There wasn't really too much like high flying type of stuff or more fast pace. It was really just a bunch of a bunch of like offense with legs, with punches and kicks and all that, and even submissions. I would consider this a more technical match. Like I said, it wasn't as much of a high flying match as it could have been, or there still was like some high flying type of stuff, more like more fast paced type of stuff and all that, but I just think for the most part it was more of a technical match, which is still good, and it still turned out to be a really awesome match, man. It was just a great back and forth, and through a good portion of this match, there would be times where superstars, either man would try to hit their finisher, that would, and it wouldn't happen, it would be countered by the other man. Both these men had each other well scouted, well calculated. They knew what to expect, and that's what made this match so awesome. It wasn't predictable for these two, or it was predictable for these two. They knew what to expect from one another, so it turned into a great technical match. They knew what to expect, and it was just amazing, man. You could just tell that these men knew each other very well, and they really, played it out well in this freaking match. Overall, great freaking stuff, man. One thing I do want to mention, there was a gnarly point in this match, though, where, man, Nakamura took AJ Styles' knee so freaking hard in the face, man. I mean, dude, it was gnarly. When it happened, I was like, oh my god, I know that hurt. Then they showed the replay, and man, dude, it was bad. Like, dude, he got freaking nailed pretty damn hard, man. I was pretty shocked. I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, I know that shit fucking hurt, man. I'm surprised we didn't maybe even see any blood, which we didn't. But man, that looked like it freaking hurt, man. I don't even know if it was supposed to connect like that. Not gonna lie, but really freaking gnarly, man. I'm sure you can find some sort of, you can find the replay and go watch it, but it was freaking gnarly. But we would get to the end, man, where we would see AJ Styles on the ring, or going for a springboard maneuver, go for the phenomenal forearm, lands it. Then he would hit Nakamura with the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3, and the match is over. So AJ Styles does win, and then the post match, these men both give each other a sign of respect. So great stuff in this match, man. Really enjoyed it. Was there points that there was definitely some things that I think could have been better. I would have honestly 100% preferred more of a faster paced match, but either way, it was still a good match. It was still an amazing match. There's really no denying it, man. These superstars did absolutely amazing in the ring tonight. It was overall so freaking awesome, man. Saturday night's main event so far has been really good tonight, not gonna lie. We got one more match to go, so we'll see it. We'll see how good that match is. But man, this match definitely adding to the just to the greatness of what this Saturday night's main event has become, man. All right, and our main event of the night has finally come and gone, and it did take place in a fatal four-way between Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest versus Trick Williams versus the Randall Keith Orton. Man, this match, definitely not the best match of the night, but it definitely had the highest stakes, because this match, obviously whoever wins this does become the number one contender at Drew McIntyre for his title at the upcoming Royal Rumble in just about a week, because it does happen next Saturday. So, like I said, definitely not the best match, I would say. I feel like there was definitely better matches tonight, but it was definitely the match, like I said, with the highest stakes, considering it, can possibly determine it determines, who could possibly maybe be the next champion type of thing. So, that's definitely at the highest stakes. And I'm not saying this match was bad, because it wasn't bad in any way. I just feel like there was, like, the women's tag match and Shinsuke and AJ was definitely better than this. I would say those were definitely better matches. That could just be me, but I'm just saying this match, could have definitely been better in multiple ways. Still though, like I said, solid match. Definitely had a poetic ending, which we're going to talk about right here, right now. So what I mean by why I say this was a poetic ending is because, well, in the end, we did see Sami Zayn hit the Helluva Kick on Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3, match is over, and Sami Zayn is going on to the Royal Rumble to face Drew McIntyre for his title, man. So why I say that's poetic, well, we were in Montreal, Quebec, Canada tonight. That is where Sami Zayn is from. He won tonight, and now he won in his hometown to get a shot at the title. And it's also getting a shot at the title is something that Sami Zayn has been preaching for the last year, basically. So it was pretty poetic if you think about it overall, man. So that's really cool. Definitely an awesome moment there for Sami Zayn to win tonight. Honestly, it was either for me between Sami Zayn or Randy Orton to win. If Damian Priest won, still good. I still like Damian Priest, but I definitely did not see Trick Williams winning tonight. There's just no way. Not yet, Maybe later on down the road, of course, but I mean, dude, there's just no way Trick was winning this. Let's just be honest. But, my top two picks were, like I said, Sami Zayn or Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn did win this one. So that's pretty awesome, man. Awesome moment for Sami Zayn, And also, I did forget to mention, in the post-match, we would see Drew McIntyre come out and try to attack Sami Zayn. That wouldn't work out, because Sami Zayn would instantly get the upper hand, and he would toss Drew McIntyre out of the ring, and he would stand tall in the ring, man. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see if Sami Zayn stands tall just like he did tonight against Drew McIntyre in, like I said, just about a week at the Royal Rumble. We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Glad Sami advanced. Like I said, not the greatest match of the night, but was still a pretty good match, man. Still some good stuff happened here. But like I said, still it definitely could have been better in some ways. But what you got to know here, man, is Sami Zayn does win tonight, and yeah, that he's going to be going on to face Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, and that's really all you got to know here. Alright, well, that is going to wrap up the first ever Ringside Roundup here on the channel, man. As always, I do hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to leave me your thoughts on how you guys feel about the concept of Ringside Roundup. Like I said, it's literally just the same thing as, a recap, as the recaps I do for the shows that happen on WWE. It's literally the same thing, just rebranded to be, more personalized to me. So I figured that's something I should do, and I did do, I did pull the trigger on that finally today. So let me know what you guys think about that concept, man. Overall, Saturday night's main event, man, this was a awesome Saturday night's main event. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely went by fast in my opinion, but really enjoyed this Saturday night's main event tonight. What happened with Jacob Fatu and Cody, that was awesome. Like I said, the women's tag match was awesome, and even every match was awesome, man. AJ and Shinsuke, and still, like I said, even though I think the final match wasn't as good as the other ones, it was still a very good match, man. So overall, a great Saturday night's main event here tonight, man. But as always, be sure to let me your thoughts on how you guys feel about the show, or if you want to debate my thoughts, or if you want to leave your thoughts on anything you want to talk about the world of professional wrestling. Be sure to drop all that down in the comments below. Like I said, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow the socials. You can find the links to those in the description of the video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Do all that, helps me a ton, and I will catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.